Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and in this video, I'm going to be going over my finances for the month of December 2022. Happy New Year and welcome to the few thousand of you who have joined my channel recently. I thank you so much and I'm happy that you're here. Throughout January, I will be wrapping up 2022, so giving a lot of updates for December, for the whole year. So stay tuned, I will give the update on everything. As I said, for this video, this is going to be an update for December, so we're going to talk about my money goals, whether I hit them or not, my spending, give you a breakdown of where all of my money went, and then an update on my savings, my investments, my net worth, and my credit score. These videos are always one of my favorite to film. I love seeing the big picture all together, and let's go ahead and start with my money goals. I wanted to give a quick thank you to today's video partner, Mint Mobile, which I will talk about a little bit later on in this video. So when I set these goals for December, I thought I would be getting my bonus from work. Literally, I remember I filmed my December budget video the day before a big work meeting, and during that work meeting, which was the day that I uploaded my December budget, I found out that we wouldn't be getting our work bonus until the end of quarter 1. So I made the assumption that I would be getting my bonus in December. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to save this much for my student loans. I'll be able to max out my Roth IRA, hit all these goals because I'm going to be making more money. But yeah, quickly found out that that was not the case and I won't be getting my bonus until March, basically. So looking back, these goals were not a mistake to make. It was just an assumption that I thought I would be able to hit these goals, but I kind of fell short because I did not get my bonus. I actually got paid a little bit less, and we'll talk about that. But the first goal that I set was to reach $26,000 total saved for my student loan debt. Since there are so many new people here, I will explain that I do have $36,000 of student loan debt. They are in forbearance and at 0% interest, and I have not been actively paying those down since that forbearance because I don't need to, there's no penalty, and I actually make more money by not paying them down and just saving for them in my high yield savings account. So I save for those every single Tuesday, every single week. I have Transfer Tuesday videos for that. I believe in November I reached over 24,000 saved for my student loan. So based off of my bonus that I was expecting, I was like, okay, I could get to 26K. I did not really get close to that. I did not get over 25K even. I will give you the number in a moment, but yeah, so did not hit that goal, but that's okay. We'll get there. Goal number 2 was to make at least $2,000 between my online and extra income. That one I did hit, which is exciting. I actually made over $2,000 from my side hustles alone. I've been seeing a lot of growth in my side hustle income, which I am so grateful for. I've been working on this for years and it's finally coming to fruition and I'm very happy about it because it helps me a ton with all of my financial goals. I just feel better overall about my finances, and I'm just glad I didn't give up, because sometimes when you're on your entrepreneurial journey or just doing side hustles and you're spending all this time and dedicating all this effort to something and the payoff is not really reflective of the work that you put in, it can be quite discouraging. So for this to finally pay off, and I can see that it's finally worth it, you know, and that is so important for me. And I truly enjoy doing this. It's a source of income, but it's also a hobby of mine and something that really makes me happy. So I feel like it's a double win. And yeah, I do share a monthly income report. So I share where my money came from my side hustles, and then my extra income. Just stay tuned for that video. It should be up, I think, halfway through January or so. I've been trying to strategically plan my January videos, but I'll get it up at some point in January if you're interested in where that money came from. But I did hit that goal, so happy about that. Goal number 3 was to max out my 2022 Roth IRA, and I did not do that. I got close, well, kind of close. Once I found out that I wouldn't be getting my bonus for December, I decided that I wanted to focus on my Roth IRA, trying to max this out, and I did really want to do that in December and not have to worry about it into 2023, but I was not able to do that, so that's pushing into 2023, just into January, and I'll give you how much I ended up putting to my Roth IRA in my spending. All right, so next up, we are going to go over my income and my spending for December. I will go down to the bottom of your screen and we will go to my spreadsheets through Google Sheets. You can get a template for this for free. You do have to make a copy. I recently made it so that somebody gave me a tip to make the link that you have to make a copy of it, but I'm still getting tons of requests for access to edit, but you have to make a copy of this in order to edit it and make it your own. Unfortunately, tons of my previous videos are still in the old format, so people aren't automatically being directed to copy it, so I'm getting a ton of requests. I apologize for that, but yeah, you do have to make a copy of this, and that's always linked down below. So first thing is my work income. That was $3,771.84, which is actually a bit lower than what I've been receiving in the last few months, and I don't exactly know why. So typically my paychecks are that first number you see, $1,908 or so. My second paycheck was in the 1800s, so what is that, like $50 or so less than what I expected. And I don't know why this happened. So I noticed that my taxes, I paid more for taxes. And I asked one of my coworkers and he had the same thing happen to him. And the only thing, I haven't asked HR or anything, I just figured if it was too much in taxes, then I'll get that during tax time. But we did get a tiny bonus. We got like a $125 gift card from the company, which they put into our income. That was like a gift card outside of our paycheck, and I don't know if that's why. Like, is that normal? If it's a $125 gift card, would I be paying like 50 something in taxes? I do know bonuses are taxed like way higher and then it like works itself out, but I don't know if that's why. That's what I figured was the cause of it, but I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't expecting that, and I find it a little bit annoying, but it's okay because my business income and other income helped out quite a bit. So my business income, this is everything from my side hustles. I have a couple of YouTube channels, a couple of blogs, I do financial coaching, and then there's multiple things that come with that. As I said, I'll put up my video explaining a breakdown of where all this money comes from. For December, I received $2,632.76, which is incredible. Not as high as last month, but still amazing, and it's very, very helpful and gives me a lot of hope because one day I would like to make this side hustle a full-time thing. So yeah, gives me a lot of hope and excitement for the future. One thing to note here is that this is pre-tax, so I do have to pay taxes on this, which I put money aside for every month so I can pay quarterly taxes, which I will show you in just a moment. Then we have other income. This is anything outside of my side hustles. That was $330.62. So not the highest I've made, but still a decent amount, and I'm happy about that. Altogether, I made $6,735 or so, and then I did pull some from my sinking funds. That was $70, and I'll show you where that comes in. So I had about $6,800 to work with in December. Now we'll go down to my spending. First thing is taxes. I budgeted $300. This is always just a guess. Lately, I've been having to save more for my taxes, so that was the case for December. I ended up putting $450 to my tax savings, and then I will pay my quarterly taxes for quarter 4 in January. Next were my sinking funds. I budgeted $350, and that I did do $350, and I'll show you those numbers, everything I have in my sinking funds in just a moment. Roth IRA, again, I wanted to max it out, so at the beginning of December, I had $2,800 left to do that. I was only able to do $1,300, leaving me $1,500 short, and that's why I'm doing $1,500 in January to max out my 2022 Roth IRA. Donate, I set at 0, so I did not donate for December because I did a larger donation in November, so holding off on that for a little bit. Rent, trash, and pest fee. I did finally get that credit from the leasing office because of the whole electricity ordeal that I dealt with earlier this year. So I paid $1,437.65. Wi-Fi is $55 with Google Fiber. That's on point. Electricity, $91. Water and sewage is, I got my bill. I always get my bill the month before. That was $16.73, but I haven't paid my water bill in a couple of months because my apartment can't get their stuff together. I don't know. So that was $0. I'm gonna go talk to them this week because I haven't paid that, and I don't know what's going on. That's not really a fault of my own. I still have my water and sewage, luckily. But if it gets shut off, I know why. I'll need to go talk to them because typically I pay that bill through the resident portal, like where I pay my rent, but that hasn't been showing up. Just my rent has been showing up, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Groceries, I budgeted $600. I knew I needed to budget more because of the holidays and also because of travel. I actually ended up being under budget here, so I spent $530.92, so about $69 under budget. This is still pretty high, of course, but at least it's in the green. It makes me feel a little bit better. Household, I budgeted $50. I went over budget here as well. I ended up spending about $100 more. I spent $150.51. I wrote down what I actually purchased. So I bought a mildew spray, I bought a scraper. Both of those were to clean my shower, and I'm so glad I bought those because my shower looks brand new now and I love it. I also bought a Dutch oven. I have really been into baking bread lately. I started a sourdough starter. I do have to restart that because I let it sit out for too long at one point. But I did bake like 5 breads in December with my Dutch oven, so happy about that purchase. And then I also bought detergent. I started buying the Earth Breeze detergent sheets again. I can link those down below. I do want to try to be less wasteful and more eco-friendly. I feel like I do an okay job with that, but detergent was one big area where I was always buying like the big tubs, but I decided to switch back to the sheets because I used to buy these. They are a little bit pricier compared to if you were to buy the jugs, but technically not really because they're like a concentrated sheet instead of the jugs that are watered down. But anyway, we're going off topic here. I'll link those down below if you're interested. Yeah, went over budget, but that's okay. I needed those. Well, I like the things that I purchased. It was well worth the $150. Food out, I budgeted $250 because of travel. My boyfriend and I went to French Polynesia, which was an amazing trip, beautiful trip, absolutely loved it. Ended up spending more money than I expected to though, including on food out, which was $365.25, so $115 over budget. You can see the breakdown up here. We were on an island, so that's more expensive just in general. We were also at a resort, which unfortunately was not all inclusive. So I was paying for our like breakfast buffets and then dinners and stuff. The reason I was paying for the bulk of our food out and anything else to do with travel was because my boyfriend paid the bulk of our flight fee as well as our like stay and stuff. So I said I wanted to pay for everything else going forward. And yeah, so it ended up going over, but it's fine with me. I really don't mind. It doesn't bother me, doesn't stress me out. It was food, it was vacation. We really enjoyed ourselves, and yeah, no problems there. Plus I don't go out to eat very often through like my day-to-day life, and like for me, I spend maybe not even $1,000 a year on food out, and I think compared to most people that's pretty low. So for me it's not a big deal to spend extra while on vacation. Gas for my car, I budgeted $60. I actually did not get gas at all, so that was $0, which is great. I work from home, so I barely drive, and I had enough. I think I got gas at the end of November, so I had enough for the whole month. Student loan savings, again, I thought I would get to that $26K goal, and that would take $1,000 or so. Well, no, I think I would need to put more, but anyway, I budgeted $1,000. Ended up only doing $460.35. The bulk of this actually came from direct support. So, you know, the people who I always mention in Transfer Tuesdays, any of that money went to my student loan debt. So the bulk of this was from them. So thank you to the supporters. Health and beauty, I budgeted $550, ended up under budget here, spent $442.90. So that's good. For my phone, so I had mentioned that I got this $120 number from somewhere, and that was because that was like a 3-month renewal, and I switched it over to 12 months of a renewal, which would be $360 or $30 per month with Mint Mobile. As I mentioned earlier, this video is in partnership with Mint Mobile. At this point, whether you're on my channel or anybody else's channel in the finance space, you've probably heard of Mint Mobile, or even if you're just watching TV or YouTube, you've probably seen those ads with Ryan Reynolds. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 per month, and you don't have to sacrifice coverage, speed, or data. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network, and the way that they're able to keep costs low is that they sell directly to you online. And by doing that, they cut out the retail stores and salespeople. I've been using Mint Mobile since October of 2022, and as I said, I've renewed them for the next year, so I've been happy with the coverage. I am happy to spend less money for the same service that I was getting before. I do have their unlimited plan, which is $30 per month, and with that, I don't have to worry about my data usage at all. I have been very happy with Mint Mobile. There's been no issues. I'm able to have conversations everywhere, on the elevator, through the hallway, in different states. As I've been talking about in this video, I did travel. I didn't actually use Mint's service while I was traveling because I prefer to use Wi-Fi while I'm traveling or a SIM card for that country, but it works great throughout the United States. Switching to Mint is super easy. They have their digital eSIM cards so you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone. You can just do that right from the comfort of your home, or you can have a SIM card sent to you. You can keep your current phone, you can keep your phone number, or you could change it, and you can easily switch services from any provider. All Mint Mobile plans include unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Mint will show you how much data you use each month and recommend plans that save you money. They also have the unlimited plan, of course. Finally, Mint also offers a modern family plan that lets you set up super affordable family plan with as little as 2 lines, which is a big difference compared to other phone companies because typically if you only have 2 people, it costs you much more. But whether you're just paying for yourself, 2 people, or 6 people, then it is such a great deal. Use my link, mintmobile.com/debtoverit. This will also be down in the description box to get premium wireless starting at $15 per month with Mint Mobile. So with Mint Mobile, I did pay for a full year, which I love because now I don't have to worry about my phone plan for a full year. I don't have to pay that bill. There were some extra fees on top of that. So it was $360 as the base, and then the fees that come with it, and it came to $389.02, so obviously over budget here, but I would rather pay for a full year of service than have to do like month to month or anything of that sort. I think it's nice to just like knock off a bill from my spreadsheet. Even with this fee added on, I think it all comes out to like $32 per month, which is perfect. Next up, dogs. I budgeted $160. I did send $160 to my sister. That goes to my sister. She has our dogs. Business, I budgeted $50. Ended up going over budget here. I spent $292.67. This was my fault. One thing I paid for was $155.88, and that was Tailwind, which is like it publishes things for you on Pinterest. And I actually wanted to get rid of this, but I had auto pay set up, which I didn't even realize. It's something I should have checked. I don't really use this anymore. There are some things that are set up on there, like that I set up years ago, but I really don't think it's worth it anymore. So I wanted to cancel this, but it was already too late. And then I asked them, like, could I get a refund and cancel this? And they said no, like it's part of the agreement that you pay for the year and you can't get that refunded. So I have it for the next year, and then I shut off auto pay, so I won't have it for next year. Which is a little bit frustrating because I'd rather them just refund me my money and cancel the service that I have, because that's quite a bit that I did not want to spend, but that's my fault. Paid for my Google Workspace, and then I also ended up paying for Canva, which I never have paid for before, but I figured it was time because I plan on utilizing that quite a bit in 2023. Netflix, budgeted $15.49, that is correct. Personal spending, I budgeted $50. Y'all know I'm doing a no spend for 2023. So I wanted to go a little bit lower for December because I spent quite a bit in November. I did go over budget. I spent $183.09 on personal spending. I literally bought all books, which I know I was talking about in my low spend year. I was saying like how I have this whole pile of books and I have enough. I just love books so much, and they are just like my weakness. I was explaining to my boyfriend how books make me feel like in a different world. It's something I really look forward to, and it's like reading a long movie, you know, and I get to see the characters as I want to see them, and I can imagine the things happening as I read the book, and I love it so much. Like, it's literally top 5 favorite things in my life. So yeah, I bought quite a few books that were on my wish list for quite some time because I was like, I want to read these in 2023. Let me buy these before the no spend year. Yeah, so I did go ahead and do that. You can also see here that I bought cards / a journal, because I bought a journal, and then like affirmation cards. Those were not too much. I spent quite a bit on books, I will say. But yeah, looking forward to 2023 and not doing any personal spending. So I'm set on books. I have so many books now for 2023. Gifts, I budgeted $100. I ended up spending $69.17, which is where the $70 came from my sinking fund. So I pulled out $70 from my gift sinking fund to cover this. I did end up buying just one small thing for my boyfriend, for my sister, and for my mom, which all came to this amount. Otherwise, I did not buy gifts, Christmas gifts for anybody. I told my family that we weren't doing gifts this year, and it was a success. I got a few gifts, just like 5 things, and that was because they had purchased, my stepmom had purchased gifts before, like in the summer or something, and gave us those. Yeah, great success. I only spent $70, and then I only got a few things, so less things for me to have. And I was so happy about that, so relieved that everybody stuck to the plan. So huge success with that. Travel, I budgeted $250. This was for like extra things associated with travel, Ubers and such. Ended up going over budget here a little bit. Spent $291.78. And I wrote down everything. I bought travel containers just for like, you know, little hygiene stuff because I didn't have the tiny ones that I needed. I did buy Dramamine. I get motion sickness on boats, and we had to take a ferry in Tahiti 2 times. So I bought some Dramamine. I actually got like the non-drowsy caramel chews. Anyways, yeah, they were better than they worked. They were fine. Had to pay for our checked bag twice, so that was $60 times 2. SIM card, got that SIM card in French Polynesia so that we could use a phone. Paid for our Uber to the airport, and then paid for a ferry 2 times in Tahiti as well. Final thing here was the Capital One member fee, which I did not expect to have to pay in the first month of having it, but it makes sense now that, you know, like they want to have you pay the fee before you like cancel it or something, which I don't plan to. This is the Capital One Venture X card with a fee of $395. I know that's a lot, but they give you the money back in travel credits because, one, you get the bonus, but also they give you like $300 in travel credits, plus you can get a $100 reimbursement for pre-check and all of that. So I'm fine with this. I typically always avoid credit cards with fees, but this time around when I got this credit card, I wanted something that I would get much bigger rewards for, and I really wanted something that focuses on travel so I can get more into travel hacking, and yeah, I'm fine with paying for this. Altogether, spent $7,429.80. Clearly, I spent quite a bit, but that's kind of what happens toward the end of the year and also with travel. Now let's talk about my savings, my investments, my net worth, and my credit score, starting with all of my savings, my sinking funds. All of these numbers come from the final day of the month after the interest went through on everything. So first one, taxes. This is what I have saved to pay my quarterly estimated taxes. There I have $1,829.37. Emergency fund went up a little bit. I didn't add to it, but the interest added a bit to it. $6,107.99. Gifts, I added money to it, but also took it back out. So that is at $384.35. Travel, I didn't add anything there. So that's $4.11. Car/car maintenance, $100 there added. So $1,739.69. Car insurance, I add $92 every month. That went up to $364.65. Beauty, I add $85 to every month, $1,033.38. Zero to profit. This was a little project I was working on, but haven't been doing that. So nothing added there, $14.27. House, which was previously my MacBook sinking fund, which is why it says that, didn't add anything there. That's at 73 cents still. Same with my phone sinking fund. I'll rename that eventually. That's at 40 cents. And then my student loan savings is now at $24,721.06. So close to the 25K mark, but not quite there. And as I said, I did not focus on that in December. So it'll start rolling really quickly soon. Altogether, my savings come to $36,200. Perfectly even number. I love when that happens. Now let's talk about my investments. First one is Roth IRA. $12,110.01. I was expecting this to be a little bit higher, but obviously we can't predict the market. So that was up 8.5%. And yeah, just not as high as I expected it to be, but that's fine. Happy to be over 10K still, maintaining that over 10K point. 401k is at $5,909.52, so up about 10% here. M1 Invest, this is just a brokerage account. I have not contributed to this. This was really like all referrals from 2021. So that's at $5,615.25, or down 5.9%. Coinbase, I haven't bought any crypto in a long time, plus crypto is doing so bad. That is down 4.6% at $232.61. Webull, I ended up selling this stock finally. This was a Starbucks stock that I got back in like November, December 2021. And it was a Starbucks stock over $111, and then it went down pretty significantly. And I was waiting for it to go back up so I could just sell it. So I finally did that. So my Webull account is at $0. I used that $104 to put toward my Roth IRA. Fidelity, that went down 0.5% to $142.57. Same with this one. I'm waiting for it to go up a little bit more. Then I will sell it, put it toward my Roth IRA. Altogether, I have $24,009.96 invested, or up 4.4%. So happy to see this going up. One thing that I did want to reach is $25,000 invested altogether at the end of 2022. That did not happen, fell about $1,000 short there. But still, if we compare it to January, I'm up almost $10,000. And this was a pretty bad year for investments. So that's fine with me. I've still been contributing, still been investing on a sale basically, so getting my index funds at a lower price point, which once the market recovers a bit more, then I expect my net worth and my investments to shoot up a lot more. And speaking of net worth, let's go ahead and check that out. So my total assets are $59,300.59. That was everything I just went over. I took out the taxes and then added in what I had left in my checking accounts on the final day of the month. My liabilities, just my student loan debt of $36,000, and that brings my net worth to $23,300.59. Same with this number. I really expected this to get over 25,000. And one thing I wanted to say, which maybe there's probably like a handful of you who listen to Choose FI, or there's probably more of you who listen, but in the year-end wins episode that they posted, I don't know, maybe last week, they shared my 2022 wins. So I'm subscribed to their emails, to Brad's emails, and I responded. He had mentioned like email your accomplishments, your wins before December. So I emailed him before December, assuming that I was getting my bonus and assuming that I would reach over $25,000 as my net worth. So if you listen to that podcast, he shares my wins, and I had said that my net worth was over 25,000, and that did not happen. So a little bit short there as well. 23,300 is still really, really strong. And if we compare that to the beginning of the year, actually, let me just go down here, because I actually started the year at $604. My net worth was $604, and now I'm over 23,000. So almost 23,000 higher, and to me, that's a huge win. I will be giving an overall update for 2022 on all of my finances, so we'll go into more detail with all the numbers. But yeah, I thought I would share that here because December does wrap up the year. But let me show you. This is my net worth tracker from 2021 and 2022. That is all set. I will continue adding to this for 2023. But you can see lots of ups, lots of downs, but in general going in the upwards direction, which is exactly how it works. We can also look at just 2022. Same thing here, lots of ups, lots of downs. 2022 was not a very strong year, and I'm fairly new to this financial game. I've only been tracking my finances for a few years now. I wish I tracked my net worth for longer, but it's just really promising to see the difference you can make in 1 year. And I find like just having everything on a spreadsheet, having everything in a tracker like this is really inspiring and motivating, and it makes me want to keep going. I mean, I'll always keep going because I just love finances, but hopefully you can see the importance of tracking your numbers, and hopefully I'll start to use these templates so you can see these numbers for yourself, because I promise you, like, once you get into your finances and you look back on what you did not track, you will regret that. Like, I hate that I don't have my net worth numbers from years before, because I know it was like way in the negatives. But I am glad that I started when I did, and will continue to do this for years, many years. Final number here is my credit score, really my Vantage score through Credit Karma. That went down a little bit to 778. The main reason for that was because I opened the new credit card, the Venture X credit card, but I expect this to go back up within a couple of months. No stresses here. I'm not too concerned about that. And yeah, my credit score typically hovers around these amounts anyway. Okay, that was a lot of talking. That was a very long video. I will try to chop this up as best as I can. So I will go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to comment down below what you accomplished in December or through all of 2022, whatever it is that you would like to share. Thank you so much to y'all for being here. I am so, like, you have no idea. I am so greatly appreciative of you, whether you've been here for years or just a couple of hours. Thank you. Feel free to ask any questions. I will try my best to answer them. Otherwise, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.